Good afternoon and welcome back to another ironic introduction to another video. Today I just want to give a quick PSA, and that is that in back issues number 6, variant number 6, so the What's Yours is Mine node in Quest 2.2 has been removed. As always, there's a link to the forum in the description below, but the post is as follows. Summoners, our team has identified a node buff, What's Yours is Mine, displaying inconsistent behavior due to an unforeseen technical issue. In order to ensure your continued enjoyment of back issues number 6, we have decided to remove the node buff completely from the quest it was in, Chapter 2, Quest 2. What's Yours is Mine buff will be removed effective immediately. We apologize for any inconvenience caused. We hope this improves your gameplay experience in our back issues number 6. So that said, I just have a couple things I want to touch on. The first one is I don't think we're seeing compensation for this. As unfortunate as that is, I do call that an early, the early tax, the early access tax. It's unfortunate. I would like to see a little bit of compensation for this because I do know there are people who've pushed really, really hard for this or unlocked like the Resonate Mastery for this. But I don't know how big of a player pool that is. So even though I'd like to see it, as one of the people who pushed through part of this quest / spent a lot of time testing this path, I understand if there's not, and honestly, I'm not too bothered if it isn't. If you're one of those people who've cleared this path and really used a lot of resources, I'm sorry. Hopefully you do see something from Kabam, but at least at the moment, we're not seeing that. So if you're curious about compensation, I don't think so. The second thing is that they don't specify the reason why. Now, I would like to think that the reason they're taking this node out is because the path was poorly made. They set it up in a way where if you don't have the Resonate Mastery or you don't have Apocalypse, you're pretty much SOL. Like, you could use Immortal Abomination, but then you get to Elsa and you just kind of have to rough, hand push your way through. And then, Immortal Abomination, also not, the world's greatest answer for Nick Fury either. So there's some frustration there as well. And Apocalypse, again, he's good for all of those fights, but even then, Apocalypse for Mojo, it's a little rough. And then Mojo just in general with What's Yours is Mine is just rough, because if you lose that Fury while he has his field up, his anti-life field up, you're just degenning like crazy, and it's really bad degen, so you're just totally SOL. Makes for kind of a bad time. So I think the ideal team ended up being Resonate plus Magneto for Mojo, or Void for Mojo, I believe. And then Omega Red plus Resonate, or Apocalypse for the rest of the path. And just not a good time, honestly. Now, I will defend it because it's variant. It is one of those times where I feel really niche answers is acceptable, especially with the promise of seeing future counters to the paths in the future, especially for variant 6. I really feel like this What's Yours is Mine in particular wasn't the most egregious thing I've ever seen, because variant 6 has been crazy easy, cheese level easy. So I felt like having one really just brutal and incredibly niche path wasn't the worst thing in the world, especially when unlocking a mastery that has general purpose utility in lots of content, including map 7 for Alliance Quest, as well as Act 6, I think, 6.3, I think. So to a degree, I didn't feel like it was the worst thing, and I don't have Resonate unlocked. So that's coming from the mindset of someone who would have had to unlock it or rough push his way through this path. So yeah, just saying, overall, I don't think that was that bad. And then the final thing is the real reason why I think they changed this right now, as I gotta say, is that I think it's because Apocalypse was bugged. I think that they had issues with Apocalypse not interacting with this node properly and not consistently being able to actually deal damage, even though he was triggering the weakness debuff. And then as a result, they're arguments of, oh, you just need Apocalypse. Apocalypse is the answer for this path. Completely moot. So that is the real reason why I think they took this node out. But hey, that's just a theory. That's just a game theory. Reference if you get it. If you don't, I'm sorry, Matt, Pat. Thanks for letting me steal your bit. But as always, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.